Café Podcast.
Hi everyone, welcome to Café Podcast. For today, we talk about the Diglossia with and without bilingualism. We are Fernanda Pérez and Esmeralda Trejo Flores. We begin.
In first sign, we want to define the following concepts. Okay, Esme. Start for bilingualism and diglossia.
Well, the bilingualism and diglossia is when there are two languages in a territory. One is used by the dominant classes, while the other is used by the lower classes. However, communication between classes is possible because they know both languages.
On the other hand, the bilingualism without diglossia is how there are two languages in the same territory, but the use made of them is the same or at least similar.
And the diglossia without bilingualism is a very particular situation. The predominant language, that is the one used by the upper social classes, doesn't correspond to the popular language. Therefore, there isn't communication between classes unless it's done with a translator. For example, in Haiti, 90% of the population is monolingual in Asian Creole. Consequently, they can actively contribute in more formal domains.
I understand. Both diglossia and bilingualism refers to a situation where the society is diglossic. Should to use two languages are required to cover the full range of domains, and the most individuals are bilingual.
Yeah, exactly. And the bilingualism without diglossia describes situations where individuals are bilingual, but there isn't community-wide functional differentiation in the use of their language. Many English-speaking countries fit this description. Individuals may be bilingual in Australia, the USA, England, the New Zealand, but their two languages aren't used by the whole community in different domains.
Likewise, as we mentioned about the diglossia without bilingualism, describes the situation of political unit groups where two languages are used for different functions, but by largely different speeds of communities.
These situations tend to characterize colonist countries with clear-cut social class divisions. The elite speak one language and the lower use another, but always be some bilingual individuals who act as a go-between. But the overall pattern is one of diglossia without bilingualism.
And finally exists the neither diglossia nor bilingualism too. This topic describes the situation of monolingual groups, and Fishman suggests this is typical of isolated ethnic communities where there is a little contact with other linguistic groups.
Okay, Fer, it's more important this situation, and it is in special and interesting and long topic. But we're talking about how to expand the scope of diglossia, how that is an age code of language is used in different situations from the other. It's more important.
It is true, and how that is the term diglossia is generalized to cover any situation where one language is used for formal functions and the other for informal functions.
Okay, finally, and ready to conclude with this podcast, the formal form is generally the prestige and is learned in school, but the people can use in their homes too.
And the informal variety is used in home, but the informal languages are also increasingly being codified and standardized.
Exactly. Well, that's all for today. We hope you like it and see you another day with more from Café Podcast.